Hello, and my name is Linda Adamowski, and I want to welcome you to the very first episode of my Facebook Live show called Starting Now with Linda. And I had a little hiccup with starting now. My whatever was going on, we weren't able to start the video right on time. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here. This is the very first episode, and I want to bring you a quote from a lady by the name of Karen Lamb, and it's a year from now you will wish that you had started today. So what does that mean? That's kind of like this show. Start when? Start now. A year from now you will have wished you started today. And so every single one of us has projects, things, a business, a new career, something that we want to start, and we've been procrastinating, putting it on the back burner, and think we need to get all our ducks in a row before we can start. We need to have it perfect, everything, all the, whatever in place before we can actually start. Well, I'm going to throw that all out the window and tell you, no, you just start. You just start from where you are right now. So this, what is that one thing that you would like to start that if you started it today, if you just took a tiny little step towards it, maybe it's changing a career, maybe it's starting a business, maybe it's turning that hobby into something that actually brings money in. What if it's taking a long, hard look at a relationship that isn't working for you? What if it's moving across the country? What if it's just cleaning out that hall closet or maybe your garage that's so full you can't get your car in? What is that one thing that you could start now, and a year from now you would look back and go, wow, I am so proud of myself. I'm so excited that I started when I did. And over your life, I'm sure you can go back and look at things that you actually did, and hey, Nikki, thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you're here. That you're so proud of yourself that you just started. Taking action. Start when? Start now. Take action. So there is a movie that I watched. I've actually watched it a couple of times, and I highly recommend watching it. It's on Netflix. I'm a Netflix junkie, and it is called Wild, and it is the true story of Cheryl Strayed, and it's portrayed by Reese Witherspoon, who I am a big fan of. So it's a wonderful, wonderful story. This young woman, Cheryl, her mom passed away prematurely. She was quite young when she passed away, and Cheryl just felt really lost. She didn't know where to start. What she did know is she needed to make some changes in her life. She knew that if she didn't change something 365 days from now, or when she started, nothing would have changed, and she still would have been wishing and hoping and dreaming that something would change. And so what she did, she took on a huge journey. So there is a trail along the west coast of North America. It starts at Mexico and ends in Canada. And I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a trail of 1,000 miles, so 1,600 kilometers in Canada. And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And so did she know how she would get through those 1,000 miles? Did she know what was going to take place along the way? Did she know the person that she was going to become and find in taking each one of those steps, one foot in front of the other? And so some of the things she learned along the way, she learned that if you don't buy shoes that fit you properly, you're going to get blisters, and it's going to hurt like hell walking with blisters in shoes. She learned that if you don't buy the right fuel for your cook stove, you eat cold food. She learned that sleeping in the desert all by yourself can be really scary and daunting. She learned that she was stronger than she thought she could ever be. She learned that she could keep going even when others around her stopped and didn't continue with the trail. She learned that she made friends that had her back along the way. She learned that she could get to that 1,000-mile journey and be so proud of herself and find a person that she really didn't know was inside of her. And what she said is, I didn't know how I could get there. I didn't know where I was going until I got there. And like I said, it's a beautiful, beautiful story. Please watch it. It has so many yummy, amazing nuggets in it. So if she didn't take that first step, now she's a famous author. I've got a couple of her books that I just love. One sits on my bed, and every morning I pick it up and just read a passage from it because there's so many lovely nuggets in it. So we are so hell-bent on getting everything right that we don't start, okay? So you don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. Let me say that again. You don't make mistakes. Mistakes make you. Mistakes make you smarter. Mistakes give you information. Mistakes make you stronger. Mistakes make you more resilient. So I have a suggestion. How about you go out and make mistakes? How about you go out and fall flat on your butt? Because it is going to give you the next piece of information on what direction to take that next step in. And sometimes we just throw our hands up in the air and go, okay, I quit. So just imagine that you are planning a trip across Canada. Sorry for anybody who's in the rest of the world, but I live in Canada, so I'm going to travel across Canada. And I'm going from my town here where I live in the beautiful Okanagan to Halifax. Pretty long journey, a lot longer than 1,000 miles. And I get to Thunder Bay. So some of you may have to do some geography. I get to Thunder Bay and I go, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to turn back and go back to Winnipeg just to make sure I'm on the right path. Do you see how silly that sounds? Why on earth would you drive all the way back to Winnipeg just to see if you're on the right path? Why would you start all over again? You're at Thunder Bay, you go, okay, these are the routes these are the choices that I have. I could go this way, this way, this way. This is the route that I can take to get to Halifax. Which would be the most fun for me? Which would I enjoy the most? Which would I learn the most on? That's the route I'm going to take. And so the route isn't straight, it's zigzaggy, but it's leading towards my destination. Does that sound kind of crazy to you? Like, seriously, pop me some comments so I know if I'm on the right track or if I'm just sounding like a lunatic here. So yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. You are amazing, and each step that you take, like Cheryl Strait did, you find more amazingness in you. I once took a class called Right Voice for You. And this class, in this class, and some of you may go, oh my God, I could never do that. Part of this class was you got up on stage and you had to sing a song, and you had to do it badly. Yes, you had to do it badly. In fact, if you did it really well, if you sang really well, the instructor stopped you and said, no, 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 no. The purpose of this exercise is to do it badly. You have to do it badly. And so each and every single one of us got up on that stage. I know that just kind of all this, I can feel you guys all going, oh, I can't do that. But each and every one of us got up on that stage, and she suggested a nursery rhyme, something that was easy for us to remember, that we didn't have to think of some big long song. So I sang the alphabet song, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I did it badly. And I survived. And this class actually came with a money-back guarantee. The money-back guarantee was if you died on stage, she would give you your money back. That kind of takes all the pressure out of it, doesn't it? It kind of gives you a what? Kind of twists up in your brain, doesn't it? So You get a money back guarantee if you die on stage for singing badly. So kind of the moral of the story is do it bad, do it terrible, do it awful, but do it. Take that first step. And so after that class, I mean, there were some amazing, talented people in that class. There was a lady who did voiceover for commercials and reading scripts and stuff, and she had a beautiful voice. There was a man who sang this amazing love song to his wife and had us all in tears. But for the majority of us, we sang our nursery rhyme badly, and we didn't have to try to sing it badly. We just sang it badly, because I don't have any singing talent. And we, each and every one of us, left that class with our shoulders back and our head held high and more confidence to, hey, I can do just about anything. I don't have to worry about getting it right or doing it perfect. I just get to do it. And how much fun was it singing the alphabet on stage and everybody bebopping to it with me, encouraging me, and not have to worry about being perfect at it. Can you imagine if you had permission to do it badly? What could you do? I give you all permission to do it badly, to do it wrong, and to do it anyway. And I want to hear back from you what you did and you did badly and how much fun you had with it. And because having fun and laughing is a creative, generative energy. It helps you create even more, and it gives you more information on where to go next. I read that controlling and perfectionism stops creativity. So all of you control freaks out there, which, by the way, I have been known to be one, I want you to take a look at that. Controlling and perfection stops creativity. That's pretty sobering, isn't it? So how much fun could you have with your creation if you didn't have to control every aspect of it, if you didn't have to have that line just perfect, perfectly drawn in the sand? What if you could just, hey, what could this create? How much fun could I have with this? I hear so many times people saying, I don't know where to start. Well, you've been telling you, I call bullshit. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of profanity on this, on these calls. So sorry if that's not for you. But I call BS. You have been starting your whole life, and you've been learning stuff from starting, and you've been learning stuff from making mistakes, and you've been learning stuff from falling down. So when you were born, did you know how to roll over or sit or crawl or walk or stand or walk? No. And can you imagine if that very first time you were standing and you went to take that first step and you fell down on your very padded diaper butt, you went, I'm done. I'm done with this. It's way easier for somebody to carry me around. Nope, I don't need to know any more about this. This is too hard. It's too daunting. I ain't doing this. I'm not walking. Can you imagine where you'd be today? I'm pretty sure somebody would have said, hey, get a grip. I ain't carrying you around for the rest of your life. You need to learn how to do this, and you need to learn how to do this now. Now, each of our mothers and fathers at times wish that we could stay in the sitting stage and not walk, because pretty quickly after we took that first step and got more information, okay, we got to do this balance this way and hold my hands this way. And it's not necessarily cognitive that you're doing it. You just got this energy of, okay, I got to do this a little bit different and do this. And wow, oh my God, I took a step and I took another step. And pretty soon I'm running. So take that into everything you want to do in your life. Whether it's cleaning out that hall closet, whether it's starting a new business, whether it's adding, a part-time business or hobby to your life that's going to create some income, whether it's totally changing every aspect of your life, take that in. Really fall on that. Well, your butt's not so padded anymore with that diaper, but just take that in and go, oh, yeah, every day I'm starting. Every day that you open your eyes, you're starting. You're starting to get out of bed. You're starting your coffee or tea. You're starting. You go for a walk. You do your exercise. Whatever it is, you're starting. And you're doing it. So what's the big deal with starting something that you've always or just recently dreamed that you would really like to do, and that your future self, the self that you will be 365 days from today, will thank you for. And you'll look back and you go, wow, that 1,000-mile journey wasn't so bad. I loved every moment of that, every blister, every falling down, every, fear of the rattlesnake getting me in the tent. Yeah, how cool is that? So let me see what else I got for you. Yes, I still have notes, got that little perfection thing going, but I just, those things were so important that I wanted to get out to you. So each time that you're tempted to make yourself wrong, stop yourself, because it's too daunting. To make yourself wrong is a big thing, judging yourself. Did you judge yourself for falling down on that first time you sat on your butt when you didn't take that step? No! You got up and you tried it again. And so many times in your life you've done that. So what is making this so different? I actually, a year and a half ago, I started every aspect of my life over again. I mean, that may not be what you need to do, but my life wasn't where I wanted it to be, and I knew there was more. I knew there was so much more to life that just wasn't showing up, and I wasn't happy, and my body was in pain, and starting each day was kind of like, wow, if I don't change something, I'll be here a year from now and nothing will have changed. And so I changed everything. I changed where I lived. I'd owned my own home for 23 years, and now here I was almost 60, and I didn't own my own home anymore. What I didn't sell, I put in storage. So my life now became, it was, when I looked at it, it was like, holy moly, everything I have been and done for the first 60 years of my life is in a 10 by 10. I packed up my vehicle. I moved to the beautiful little town of Summerland, BC, and I rented a cabin on the lake. I'd always wanted to live by the water, and there was this beautiful little cabin with just steps to the lake with a view that was absolutely incredible. And that's all I knew. I didn't know anything beyond that. I didn't know where I'd be in 30 days or 90 days or 6 months or a year and a half, like where I am here today talking to you on this live video, which my first live video was really awful. So if I had moved on from that and just kept going, oh no, I can't do live videos. I did a terrible job the first time. I won't do anymore. I wouldn't be here talking to you about starting now. And so I wrote a starting over at 60 e-booklet. And I'd like to share it with all of you. I'm going to put the link in with this video for you to download it. It's free. And it also comes with a 20-minute kind of discovery, get to know me, get to know you session to see what a coach or someone like me, what I do with people to help them get that first step going, can do and change in your life. And like I said, your start now doesn't have to be a journey of 1,000 miles. It can be just getting over some stuckness to just take that first step, and I can help you with that. So please enjoy this e-booklet. That was another thing I never thought I ever wanted to do or even enjoy doing, was writing. But I just started, and all of a sudden, boom, I have this ebook, and I have finished a second one that I'm going to talk to you about next week on verbal abuse. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about next week. But for now, please download this booklet. It has some tools and tips on how I started over and how I kept taking one foot in front of the other, and how I got to be where I am here today talking to you on this live. So today, I hope you got something out of this. I hope there's something that resonated with you, whether you're watching it today right here with me now, me and Nikki, hey Nikki, live, or you're watching this in the days or weeks in the future. The PDF is my gift to you. But please share and like this video if it has been helpful in any way, so that other people may find it and may find something helpful in it for them as well. So start when? Start now and live a kick-ass life. And I will talk to you next week. And in the meantime, have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And please put your comments here. I'd love to hear from you. Let's chat again. Thank you.